Hello everyone and welcome to Chess Learning YouTube channel. Friends, before starting today's game, I would like to announce that if you are facing any difficulties in your game, you can kindly contact me on my Instagram. I would like to provide you the material which I have in the form of PDF so that you can improve your games. Now, going on to today's game. Now, today's game is played between two legends, Mikhail Tal and Vishy Anand. Now, this game was played in 1989, and at the time, Anand was at his young stage, and he showed to the world that how a new legend is born. So, in this game, Anand is with black pieces, and Tal is with white pieces. Now, here Tal starts the game with c4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3. So symmetrical English opening. Now here Anand played a small tricky move, means he played knight d4. Now when I saw this move for the first time, I thought that why black is breaking the rule of opening uh, uh, and moving his knight twice. But when I analyzed that, I saw that white cannot make any mistake here. Means if white takes the knight on d4, then black will play c takes d4, and now your knight is under threat. So you have to play knight e4, and black will play e5. But now if we analyze this game, now this will be a lengthy variation. But now if we analyze from this position only, we can see that black has his bishop on f8 ready to be developed, and queen on d8 is also having the two side open to move. But white has to start its development by playing some moves like I think e3. And so like calculating this moves, means Mikhail Tal after knight d4 played e3, attacking the knight. Now Anand took the knight on f3 by playing knight takes f3 check. So Tal played queen takes f3. Now g6. Now here the typical development means which typical development starts, which we play in our opening. So b3, bishop g7, bishop b2, d6, g3, rook b8. Now rook b8 becomes quite important because you have to apply the support on the b2 square, because now white, the obvious move from the white will become bishop g2. So knight h6. Now knight h6 is played instead of knight f6. Means when I saw this move, means I analyzed that if we play knight f6, then white can play knight d5, and white will clearly dominate the a1 h8 diagonal. So knight h6 is played instead of knight f6. So here Tal played queen d1. Now idea of queen d1 is that if you play any move other than queen d1, like if you castle here, then black can play uh, bishop g4 and will threaten the queen. And now in the whole game, I think your queen will be under a lot of threats. So here Tal played queen d1. Now both the sides castle, castle. Now bishop d7, a4, bishop c6. Now black wants to exchange the white colored bishops and want to free up his rook from support in the support of b7 pawn. So here Tal played d4, bishop takes g2, king takes g2, and rook c8, queen d3, c takes d4, e takes d4, and knight f5. Now this knight is placed on a quite good square because he is near the center and has control over the good squares. Now here d5 is played and queen b6. Now queen b6 is to attack the weak b3 pawn. Now Tal defended it by playing knight d1, and he also offered to exchange the dark squared bishop. So Anand accepts the offer and plays bishop takes b2, knight takes b2, and e5. Now Tal captured the pawn by ampersand. Now d takes e6, f takes e6, and rook at a goes to d1. Now here the pawn on d6 is quite weak because supported by only queen and knight. So rook f6. Now idea of rook f6 is to play e5 and to apply the support over the d6 pawn. So rook d2. Now e5. Now queen d5 check, king g7, queen b5, offering the queen exchange, queen c7, c5, queen takes c5, and queen takes b7. Now here Tal can also exchange the queen, but he will be a pawn down, so he took the pawn on b7. Here rook c7 is played, attacking the queen, so queen goes to d5. Queen d5 is to offer the queen exchange again, but Anand declines it and plays queen b4. Rook at f goes to d1, increasing the pressure over d6 pawn, and rook c5 is played. Now here queen a8, queen takes b3. Now here Anand got the chance to win a pawn. Now he steadily improves his position, and white tries to defend, but knight d3 is played. Here rook c2 is played. Now queen e4, and rook c4 is played, attacking the queen. Now white is not leaving the diagonal, the white colored diagonal. Now queen d5 is played, pinning the rook, but Anand immediately unpins the rook by playing queen c3. So now rook b2 is played. Anand attacks the queen by rook d4, rook b7 check, king h6. Now if we analyze these positions, means I think the coordination of the pieces of black are quite brilliant. Means I think the rook, the queen, and the knight are quite brilliantly supporting each other and playing coordinatively. But if you see the white's position, now the rook on d1 is quite unsupported, and the queen is also not doing the much. Means now the black's queen is pressurizing the white in his territory. Now his king is also quite unsafe because the knight on f5 is quite stronger here compared to knight on d3 of white. Now here white played queen b5. So Anand played a very good move, knight e3 check. Now you cannot take the knight on e3 because in next I think 5 or 6 move black will checkmate you. Okay, I will show you that if plays f takes e3, then queen c2 check, king h1, queen takes d1 check. So now your rook is uh, also gone. So queen takes d1 check, knight e1 will be the obvious move. So queen takes c1, king g2, queen f2 check, king h3, rook h4 check, queen takes h4. Now here black has got another brilliant move, rook h4 check, sacrificing the rook. Now the white has no other option but to take the rook. The rook, king takes h4, queen takes h2 check, king g4, and queen h5 check and mate. So you cannot take the knight. Instead you have tile played king g1. Now here Anand can also take the rook and will become a plus in the position, but Anand didn't take it. So queen c2, here rook f1 is played. Now rook takes d3, and after this move, means after this few moves, now the white is very cramped in the position and his pieces are not coordinating. So here rook f1 is played, but here also you cannot take the knight. I think I forgot to tell you that you cannot. Also then I think here white can take your rook, so you have to play after queen c2 rook f1 is the only move, because the rook was on the threat. And here rook takes d3, and after this rook takes d3 move only, Tar resigned. But I would like to show you that after if now white plays f takes e3, then rook takes f1 and queen takes f1 and rook d1 is a checkmate. So after this move only, after rook takes d3, Tal resigned the game. So if you now how you like this game, means I can say that this is the most tactical game, means because this is played in the classical chess. This was the classical game, and both the players have quite much time to think. Means I have shown you in one position where, means this position, means where you cannot take the knight, and after in 6 moves you are facing the checkmate. Means how deep these two players are thinking. Means this is a tactical game. I have analyzed it much, and I also advise you to analyze, and this will not make you bore the whole day. I think, means you can analyze a whole day this game and a whole week, I think. But this is, you can get a new variation in every move. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and let's meet in the next cool chess game. So thank you and bye bye.